Greetings everyone and welcome back to Mech Engineer, where in the last episode we cleared out our first enemy nest using a nuke and have started making our way southward. In fact, we also attacked the first surface of an alien nest and retreated, which is actually illustrated that attacking these nests is actually quite good because you still get the outline showing that there's a nest there, but you also get the numbers, so that's the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Now, we left off with the intention to continue southwards and possibly even tackle our first ping, the green ping down here. Now, before we begin, Alchemical Acorn has been once again hot on the tail of clues left by the aliens and has isolated another 2 nests on the map. First one is at X20, Y10, so that one would be around here. And the reason that they are certain of this is that this one down here, well, actually, it's more these 2 ones. This has to see 2 nests, but these 2 can already see their only nest. So that means this one here is isolating this entire area around here, and this 2 here has to see 1 other nest around this area. But the presence of this 2 means, since it can already see its 2 nests, means that a nest can't exist anywhere on these marked tiles, can't exist anywhere in these tiles. The only possible place left is here. So that's quite amazing. And now that we've isolated that, the second nest that Alchemical Acorn spotted was at X17, Y11. And this comes down to this nest. This one has to be able to see 2 nests, but this one can already see all of its nests, and this one can already see all of its nests. Once again, leaving us with only a corner section, so that one has to be a nest there. Well done, Alchemical Acorn. We are tracking down the nests remarkably quickly at this point, honestly. Thank you very much. Your eagle eyes are serving humanity well. Now, with that all said and done, I think it is, in fact, time for us to march the day forward. Let's actually double-check something, though. In terms of our mortars, we've got 9. This time I'm going to remember. We have managed to get 39.74 humans out of the hospital, and that was actually a really good day there. Those 3 missions did us very, very well in pushing up our material stockpile, and I do believe, in fact, this may be one of the first days that we have had 100% food and 100% consumer goods satisfied, along with 100 energy. That is actually very, very nice. If overall efficiency has increased, I believe. Now, let's have a look. It's gone back up to 10. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Right, let's go ahead and upgrade. We already know what we want to do, and that is the air purifier system. We want to take this one up to level 3. Now, I would like to push this even further and continue improving life systems, but each of these 2, the water purification system and the air purification system here, each are reliant on this residential area being upgraded, and each of those is reliant on these ones being upgraded. Though, actually, the Western Factory here, upgrading this one isn't a bad move because it's going to reduce the cost of components for repairing things, and we are actually starting to go down in components because it's been a while since I've actually dedicated the engineers to repairing it, and we don't have a lot of engineers, to be true. Other things I would like to improve are the artillery gun, so we could get more shots, and also the communication center. I've been talking about this quite a lot, and that one is predicated on the upgrades to the mech hangar. Or quite a few things that we do want to get to, but we'll have to get to them in time. Now, as far as our specialists, coming back from the construction of another injector and motor, we've got 65 engineers and 9 scientists from just the academy. I quite like that. We'll have to see where we can go with that one, but it is time for us to check out our missions. And first of all, I actually quite like they are there. We've got a bunker. Oni, Ares, and Operarius. Okay, it is 149, so it's desert temperatures, though, and it's got sunspots and tornadoes to deal with. What about you? Desert temperatures, only Operarius and Flagellum. I actually find these a lot easier to deal with in general. Oni, Operarius, and Ares. Ooh, we've got a couple of... Ooh, wow, we've got a couple of really nice choices around us. Normally, I would say, with so many places without, like, the really nasty specialists, I would be inclined to just get out there and run a couple of missions in this day with some underpowered lances, some spears, if you will. But we're going to be tackling a point of interest, and we don't know what we're going to be experiencing here. We've got 10 artillery shells to use. I think it makes a lot more sense to just go for this and take as many people as we can. And to that end, Shellcracker, you're heading back into the engineering bay. Hopefully I can make the adjustments that I want to with this. Now, I received a pretty solid comment from Eric1879, who noted that a weapon that isn't firing isn't doing any DPS. It's 0 DPS, and that makes a lot of sense, obviously. I think we are all on the same page with that one. But they go on to say, with how often the missile is being disabled for safety, or that just I'm positioning the Shellcracker in such a way that it doesn't really get much opportunity to shoot because of safety, it may be better to equip it with another less dangerous weapon system until I can afford to mount 2 at the same time. And I am inclined to agree. I am inclined to agree with this assessment. I am so weary of allowing the Shellcracker to properly play with this weapon that I may as well not have it there. That said, on the topic of possibly being able to mount 2 weapon systems on the Shellcracker, I think we might even be at the point where we can. But regardless, I'm going to want to pop on a better safety system, and I think we might have... Yes... well, we've got enough to have 1 layer of this, and then we can pop on... Yeah, all 3 layers of that. We actually have massively increased the passive armor, and only increased the weight slightly. Now, obviously, we've increased the weight slightly, which is kind of a problem. I could shed some coating here. I could shed a lot of coating, actually. In fact, we could bring the Shellcracker up to weight, as is. But... what I would really like is we've got a couple of the regular motors now. How about we pop these in and we just see what we can do. Right now we're down to only 240 weight. That's not enough, I would say. So maybe we are going to have to go with these. How much can we get if I can redline both of these? It's going to be a... Actually, we can. We can redline both. I could possibly even triple redline. I can. That's giving us 285. Now, that's not a lot right now. However, we've got a couple of other options. I could use a metal grid. I would have to shed one of the ammo reloaders, and my plan here might require that I instead shed that for extra heat management. But what is a reasonable weight that I could achieve with one of these? I would like to keep the same ammo type on a mech. I've already explained why I think that is generally a good call. But let's go ahead and pop this weapon in here. Now, we don't need to... We can undervolt this. It's not going to have any real impact. However... what is the least amount of weight that I am willing to accept is the question. I can either go for a fire mod on this. We'll have less penetration. It's not exactly what I want, because I really like the shard cannon. Sorry, the shard rockets. Really like the shard rockets. Everything should have a minimum firing distance of about yay far. I don't want the Shellcracker engaging close targets. It's not built for that. We have to just try and protect it with other mechs. But at that range, I'm fairly happy for it to engage at whatever range against its primary target. However, what I will say is maybe, much like the Mr. Brown, we could say, hey, Operarius shouldn't be a focus for you. So if, yeah, we go up to about 500. Can I even get it there? Bang on. Oh, my lord. There we go. So, yeah, we'll do something like this again. And try and avoid engaging Operarius. Now, at this point, I want to invest everything into penetration. But instead of accuracy... Let's just drag you in there. I'm going to invest into weight reduction. I can invest 5 pips to pull the weight down by a full 10. Now, that on its own isn't going to be enough. But I think maybe we can make this work if... I don't like spending my points on just reducing weight. But when needs must. When needs must, you have to make some sacrifices. So, if I just pop you in there, we should just be engaging. There we are. I'm not going to take it out of accuracy. I think that would be crazy on this weapon in particular. But do we really need all of that firepower there? Possibly not. And how much does this pull? It pulls it down by, well, not quite. Sometimes 4. Not always, though. It didn't look like. But that pulls the weight down a lot. An awful lot. Not quite enough. I think we could maybe go down a little bit further. That's a lot of it. We are sacrificing a lot, but we've still got 35 armor penetration at any range and 162 damage. We're still doing an appreciable amount of damage at long range for only 36. It's not great, though, is it? Maybe we can go for 40. There we go. We'll bump that up a little bit. So a 40 weight missile launcher. It's not ideal, and I would very much like to be able to field mechs that are more capable. Actually, pop that one over there. Pop this one in here. Now, what's the weight we're looking at? We are coming well underweight. We are going to need to undervolt, though. So let's undervolt both of them. Just shy. But we are well underweight now, so I could potentially get away with only overvolting twice. We still actually have quite a lot of weight there. Almost enough to equip a melee system. Just shy. So close. But if we have a look at the weight carry capacity, I need these motors. There's no way of getting around it. The problem that I'm a little bit concerned about is the overall heating now. But we're going to do the testing off camera. I think we might be okay. The max outside temperature is still fine. Okay, after 4 reloads, we are now settling at just shy of 90% reactor temperature on a reload if we're just firing constantly. I'm happy with that. I did have to make a concession, though. I had to drop one of the ammo racks, ammo modules for another heatsink to be able to make this work. So it means that realistically, this is as hot of a temperature as we're really going to be able to deal with. 150. We're definitely not going to be able to go to somewhere like a volcano with the shellcracker in this configuration, but I didn't think we were going to be doing that anyway, if I'm perfectly honest. Now, I could drop the drone in favor of the other ammo rack, but honestly, I kind of like having everyone have a drone on their mechs, at least when we've got so many AUG slots that we can use. But for 48 engineers, I think this has given the shellcracker a new lease on life. The shellcracker is still going to be a very, very useful. It is going to be an absolute monster when it comes to stripping armor, which was the whole point of this mech. The utility of its largely missile launcher, I probably will still disable that more often than not. But it is still going to be useful because it's got a rocket rack. Now, the argument could be made that 2 rocket racks would make it even more useful, but honestly, based on just the thermal testing I was just doing, that wouldn't be tenable. If I was having to reload twice as often, I would need to make so many concessions to make this temperature appropriate for a desert tile that I may as well not field it. So until we get better mechs, until we get better reactors that have more power and I can make more changes and that sort of thing, this is going to be the best we can do for the shellcracker, I think, and I'm kind of happy with it, honestly. Alright, with all of that said and done, it is time for me to go through the pilots and get everything sorted, and I will bring you back when we're ready to launch our mission. Okay, we are ready to assign our pilots. I've already set the pilots up to the mechs, but who's going to be in what role? I think we're going to take Phoenix out as the group leader this time. I want Mini Merkel still focusing on the ovums. I would then like Isham in the Marshmallow to also help out with Ares destruction. I'm going to give Shellcracker the job of taking on the Brucus from afar. We are going to have Mr. Brown helping out with more Ares cleanup, then finally Mr. Pink and Digrib, piloted by Encrypt, who has recently got the ability to manage their drones very, very well. We have almost got a full complement of pilots out here. It's going to be a fairly expensive battle, but hopefully it will be worth the cost. Now, first and foremost, once again, tab T and cycle to a camera mode that is going to give me better information. We've already got 3 of the nests right on top of us. Ooh, bunch of turrets. Okay. I've got another nest down here. And the final nest is right at the top. Honestly, No, I'm tempted to just make a beeline for these turrets. I'm assuming that I can capture them based on the city missions. We got 2 Brucus over there. This tornado is playing with the plan that's forming in my... I'm kind of feeling that it might be better for us to just try and nix these nests. This one's going to pop almost immediately. If we just creep up there, we could probably take these 2 out easily enough. Depending on where this tornado has gone then, I'm almost thinking it might be worthwhile just keeping down at the far bottom of the map. So this nest isn't really doing anything. I'm not seeing a Columbra. So, yeah, if we wipe out the nest on the bottom before we traipse through to deal with the top, it's only going to be one nest and only attacking us from one direction. And that... Oh, God, there's high amounts... Oh, the turrets are already going for the nest. Okay, I was not expecting that. Fair enough. Bloody wind. Hate it. Right, given that. Shellcracker, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to disable your main missile system. Don't want you playing with that right now. Please, I think we might not even need to go in there. Yeah, they're doing damage. Oh, wow. Have they taken out the other one as well? Oh, no, they're going to activate all the Brucus. That's not actually ideal. Oh, who just had a shutdown? It was... Mr. Brown. I forgot again to check Mr. Brown's heat management. That's on me. Though I dislike the... Oh, okay, never mind. That's fine. Okay, the last one is up here. If we take a very... I know I'm giving them a very long move order, but we're not having to deal with all of the bugs right now, so... I just want to make sure this Brucus doesn't do too much. Oh no, that is engaging. Another problem there. I might need to be much more aggressive with Mr. Brown's heat management. Such a pain. I did mean to fix that up. That's on me. Right, everyone should be able to engage these Brucus to extreme effect. Just go ahead and melt them. Oh god, we're being pushed off the map. That's not good. No, oh, I completely missed Mr. Brown's heat management there. That's my bad. Do we care about the... I kind of do, actually. We're going to go back around and try and deal with this Brucus. We're going to have to fight the wind to do it, though. Mr. Brown, please, take care. Let's get back. Are we attacking? Oh, we are attacking the turrets. The turrets are aggressive to me as well. It's quite possible, actually. Alright, just get over there as quickly as you can. If someone's fast, just move. It is about to leave the map, so we need to get down there quickly and make sure it can't. Bloody wind. It doesn't seem to have any trouble dealing with the wind. And I took my eyes off the prize again. How are you doing over there, Mr. Brown? As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to disable it. Alright, it's gone. Alright, well, we've lost our opportunity, but we did discover that the turrets are dangerous to us. So, do we want to approach from... I mean, we've got to get sight on them. Alright, let's move back, because we can't be pushed into the turrets if we're on the side that the wind is already pushing us, if that makes sense. Normally, I would want to be on the side where the wind is coming from, because it would also push enemies away, but it's not the enemies that we're having to deal with right now. Let's hope that sun laser doesn't come back up. It is, in fact, coming back up. Can we make this past? I'm taking your lives in my hands, I guess, right now. Since I'm not letting... Ooh. Wow, did you... Well done, actually. Let's move up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix Mr. Brown. That was my oversight there. I knew that there was a problem and I didn't address it. I feel very, very bad. But hopefully they can forgive me in time. Right, as long as their stability can recover, we should be able to take care of this. It's not launching any Operaris, which is interesting. The plate down there barely moving at all. Stability is having to be recovered. Okay. Can we get into a position where we can actually attack the turret there? It should clearly be within range. Where's it gone? Is the turret gone? Slow down. Oh! The turret's being picked up by the tornado. That might be what's happening. Okay, that would kind of make sense. Also, Ainsley001 pointed out, if you give commands to fewer mechs, the command recharge is faster than if you'd issued a blanket commands on the whole lance, which can definitely help us in certain situations. Well, let's move in, I guess, but I might actually start doing that in a moment. Because we have some mechs that take an age to move around. I want to wait for this laser to move past before we try and approach. It doesn't seem that that wants to attack us, though. That one maybe, though. Oh, that's an enemy turret. I was getting them confused. Okay, well, let's approach, I suppose. Hello? Can we destroy that turret? It might not be able to shoot us from over here, so let's approach. I know we're going to be getting into its firing range, and that does kind of suck, but I would love it if we could just remove it. Let's get down here if we can, and just engage. Can anyone engage? Can it even be seen? Let's target it. No? No? Oh. Maybe we're just not in the right position? Or maybe I just don't understand. Okay. Well, I don't know what we're meant to do. Oh. We've got to interact with it? Are we making any progress?
New position.
Are we trying to get in? Is it like entering a base or something? Do your thing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, badness and sadness is coming back to us. We are in a bad place. Move down here, please. Quickly. Am I just... What am I meant to do here? That feels like an enemy, but I don't seem to be able to attack it. Nope. Tornado does not pick it up. I will try a couple of shells there. But I really don't know. I'm hoping the bunker can handle this, but who knows? Maybe it can't. Is it gone? Oh, it might be. I don't know. Maybe. Oh. Did that work? I can't see it anymore. Still something flickering there, but maybe that actually cleared it out. Oh, I'm going to be so happy if that did. Of course, I'm going to have to wait for the bloody tornado to move past. Actually, yeah, no, we have to wait for the tornado. That would be so sucky, is if I'd have fixed the problem, but then impatience means that I get half the lance killed by getting flung around by a tornado. That wouldn't be a satisfying end to this mission. It's already gone on way long, and oh my lord, you don't even want to know how long I've been in this mission looking at the time, because I'm probably going to cut a lot of it. Right, let's get it in there now. Can you finish this mission, please, and thank you. Yes? Yes? Oh no. What am I meant to... Oh, goodness, that is not great. The turrets are still firing. Okay, I want the lance down here. Move. Eliminate everything. Kill all of the things. Is this just a full wave? Okay, we need Digrig, Mr. Pink, not Mr. Brown though. We're gonna want you 7-6. Want you in this position. Mr. Brown, we're gonna give you a bye for now. 4 and 5. Want you in this position. 2 can be there and 1 can be over here. Let's try and get into a position where we can eliminate everything that is approaching before it gets... Why is the whole... Oh my lord, I did that wrong. I do apologize. Number 5, you're by yourself. Pull back. I'm going to have to give you your orders to engage your weapon systems again. That did not go the way I'd wanted it to. I'm not going to lie. But alright. Oh, that's going to be rough. We're going to need some covering fire. Alright, let's pull down. Looks like we've actually got this, though. Unless more enemies show up. Not sure where all of that is. Are those crates? Maybe. I'm just going to give you the order to complete the mission, because I don't know what we're meant to be doing.
Continue mission.
Continue mission. You're going back. Oh, oh God. Oh, some Aries.
New position.
Okay. Maybe don't shoot those rockets right next to your friends. That would be ideal. Okay. Try and move away from all of the lasers. The sun is a deadly laser. The tornadoes are not lasers, but I can only imagine they're deadly. Though it was noted in the comments that a tornado doesn't inherently do damage. It's more that you'll take damage from the other things that the tornado has picked up smashing into you. Especially if there are enemies in the tornado. Because we definitely saw operaries getting all grabbed. Are we... Alright, let's... I wish the missions were a little bit more clear on what we were meant to be doing. I'm not going to lie. There's more enemies showing up. Okay. Maybe draw down here then. From here you should have plenty of downtime. Just kill all the baddies, please and thanks. Okay. We've lost some... sorry, Mr. Brown did go offline there briefly. Let's draw back a little bit. It seems that whatever these are, they're not going for everything there. Which I'm okay with. Is this just a wave? It's just a wave battle? I've just got to go through this a couple of times. I will say I wish the mission was a little bit more clear on what it expected me to do. Because it seems that there is very clearly a way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Alright. And the tornado and the laser are a pain in the bum because they are just hovering around this area, which is not ideal for me. Alright, so we'll wait for the tornado to get out of the way, and then we will try and move back through. Thankfully, with all the mechs together, they are latching onto each other and setting up tow lines. So the highest stability mechs are holding the rest of them together, at least when I've got them close in a group like this. Now we're going to have to wait for the laser to move past. Hopefully the laser doesn't damage at all. But then the laser didn't seem to do any damage to the enemy turrets, but then they might just be really resistant to weather effects. Right, okay. Let's continue the mission. We're going to have another attack group. It does appear so. You know what? Maybe we can leave Shellcracker up there. So I'm going to take Shellcracker off. I'm going to take the first 3 mechs off. We're going to pop some down here again. I'm going to turn off 4, 5, and 6. Let me actually come back out so I can very clearly see which mechs are active. Let's turn off 7 and 5, thank you. Now I want to see who's moving around. Oh god, that is going to be super dangerous, potentially. Please no. Right. You 3, who's moving right now? Let's just get you all the way down there. And then you all the way over here. But now I want to disable everyone from the options. Only Shellcracker should continue the mission. Oh, we've got progress 25. Oh! Oh god! What's happening? Oh my lord! Suddenly everything is moving. But it's not moving at the right time. This is awful. Oh, it's a convoy. Okay. Well, maybe some of you should protect the convoy then, please and thanks. It looks like Plate is the one leading the convoy. The rest of the Lance can then back the convoy up. Keep on the move. Keep on the move. Alright. This is very interesting. Why is it only 25% then? Okay, everyone continue the mission. Just get down there. Has the whole Lance got to get there? Will the convoy even survive? Oh my lord, the wind is pushing us off. Now the deadly laser is almost here as well. Get back. Looks like we are trying to leave now. Okay, there we go. Oh my lord, that was all over the place. I apologize. Oh! It's fixed. We're seeing things. Oh, this is amazing. The population of the bunker was 2,019 people. They were successfully transported to the city, examined and supplied. Weapons and special technologies for its production were also taken from the bunker. With these technologies, we will improve our factories to create larger weapons. The switch for producing large weapons appears in the left of the component order window when a weapon is installed. That was an... I do wish the mission had given more directives, but I'm going to say that the reward makes up for it. I do think the shell cracker actually did really well. I do need to fix the Mr. Brown, though. So we've got 5 cannons, 5 rocket launchers, 8 20mm rotary cannons, 2 heavy lasers, 3 light, high-speed lasers. This is amazing. All right. Well... Considering it was Phoenix Talia that led the evacuation charge, you're going to get a medal for that one. Right. Everyone is exhausted. I don't blame you. We took no damage? How is that even possible? That whole mission is just... I'm not going to lie. I didn't know what was going on. I think that's very self-evident, but I mean, I don't even... The things I thought I knew were going on apparently didn't happen. I was certain we'd taken damage, but alright, I will happily accept that we didn't, though. Very, very happy with the turnout there. Right, sounds for you. You're going to need some vitality there. Piccolo, you don't need it. What we want now is stress resistance, and that is going to be clone number 1. You're going to get it in there. Right, does anyone need CBS training? Phoenix does, actually. But I would say the Vanya Lost one, it would be better suited, because both their CBS and reactions are low, so let's pop them in there. They'll get the most bang for buck there. Right, research-wise, we had... Oh my lord! Oh, that has changed everything. That was... Oh, it doesn't say, but... I think a good portion of the people we just rescued were specialists. That has changed everything. We are just shy of being able to do this. At this point then, we're going to disable something. I know it's only got 1 day to go, but it'll have 1 day to go later. Whereas we can start a lot earlier on this one. That is huge. Also, in regards to engineering, let's go and have a look at... Oh, some of them are... Oh, were they the large variants? No, it's just showing me what they are. Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. So we can pop that in here. Have a look through. It said there was a switch somewhere. Low impulse late. That was just giving us some better... Oh, maybe it's I need to make them. Is there a case that I have to create them as a large variant? I am not certain. And I've clicked off the debrief screen, which is not ideal. Oh. Okay. Never mind. It's a size plus lay. It takes as much room as a mech to make. His weight is 48 too. So it's literally doubled the weight. Energy demand. Ooh. Is this just a case that it is simply doubling the power of the weapon? Because that I could get behind. Armor penetration doesn't double though. It doesn't really make much sense to do that on a rotary cannon. Because it's the equivalent of just having 2 rotary cannons. Though I suppose it would make sense if you were space poor, not weight poor. So you had few weapon slots, but you could carry lots of weapons, then this would make more sense. That being said, I mean, that weight increases not very much. The energy increases quite a lot, but that damage... I wonder if this would then mean that you could increase the overall output of the weapon as well. Like, the increases to damage would be scaled up because it's effectively twice as powerful to start with, so the base scaling adjusts. That would be very, very interesting. Oh, there's so much to look at here now. I am very, very keen. Very keen indeed. I wonder how you tell what is a big weapon versus a regular weapon, though. Is there some sort of icon or something that will make it clear? Either way, that was actually a pretty good attack there. I'm fairly happy with it. In terms of production, we've now got stupid amounts of scientists, but we don't have a stupid amount of room to put things in there. Azurus guys, though, corrected me just to address something that I said in the last episode. It actually costs nothing to dismantle. No engineers are used. Let's just test that. Yep, indeed it doesn't. So, and we get the full cost returned. Fair enough. I'm quite happy with that. We're going to need a couple of things. One, I would like another one of these made. Another piston. And secondly, I think I would very much like to get some more... did all of the large weapons take 5? Yeah, they all take 5. Oh. No, sorry, it wasn't size plus. Oh, I guess this is the icon that they'll just use. They'll just have size plus written over the device, but that's still an interesting one. But I want some better cockpits. Control 50 versus... I'm leaning more towards having extra safety, especially for certain mechs. But I think we can afford to spread it out a little bit. Yeah. I think we can afford to have some of the ones that aren't likely to be on the front lines using the slightly less safe but much better control, so more DPS because we're going to spend less time reloading, etc., etc. I think that was actually going to be a good one. But that'll do for the production for today. That was a big, long, chunky mission, and again, you don't want to know how long I was sat in there trying to puzzle it out. But we are going to continue moving southwards. Our goal is this tile, and from there we should be able to reach all the way down. Now this has actually revealed quite a lot of information to us. We know that this 3 can't be anywhere here. This one, so there's almost certainly something around here. In fact, 4, well, there's a lot of tiles there. We know that there's nothing here, so this one has to see at least 1 more. This one has to see at least 1 more. This one has to see at least 3 more, but it's got a lot more tiles that it can play with to place that in. For now, though, our movement order is going to be to continue on south. Now, I'm a little bit worried that when I step down here, you're going to wake up. I guess we will cross that bridge when we come to it, but it is time for us to pass the day. Tomorrow, we're going to get a new... Ooh, actually, was I already building one of those? No. It's just it only takes a day. I'm so unused to things being processed that quickly. But we will actually get the piston, and we will unlock Tesla. Ooh, I wonder if we can make large weapons of all weapon types, or it's just the base types. Given that we had to research missiles and tank guns, I don't know. Maybe it's just a flat technology. I guess we'll find out. The easy way to check is to just click on the next day. There we go. We have grabbed you. Humans 2014 were added. Oh god, that's going to mess my consumer goods and food supply. We only just got that balance. Damn it. Oh well. We actually lost a little bit of Bjorn and Skalaknit, but we did a lot of production on that turn, so that doesn't surprise me too much. That being said, I probably do need to make sure that we put in some components as well. Alright, well, the first thing I want to check, and I'm going to check this out of order. Can I make... We've got a new weapon there. I can. Okay, so it's just general technology. Okay, we're not going to look at that too much until we get to the tuning section, but let's go ahead and do an upgrade then. So, options for now. I could either continue pushing up life systems, but now consumer goods are going to be a little bit low, so maybe I should look back into this. It was very nice for a little while to have that, and to be fair... That kind of aligns with some of my other goals right now. We could have a look at you. We could also possibly just bump storage, which would give us a bit more food supply, but I'm not sure that that was really strictly necessary. Instead, we could go for the medical compartment, because we just got a lot more people, so I'm kind of feeling like a big bump to life support and wounded humans is kind of necessary right now. Still, we've got other options besides, and if we have a quick look, I used a lot of shells. I used a lot. We're down to 6 now, and I didn't properly check what it was before I clicked the button, my bad. But we will go ahead and I'm going to increase the artillery gun. I've been flirting with the idea for long enough. Let's go ahead and just pop that down and confirm it for us. I'll probably upgrade it all the way. This actually gives us... helps out with wounded humans, and I'm not sure why, but sure. Okay, we'll go with that. Now let's have a look at the missions for today. Now I am running low on time, so we're probably, even if the option is there for us to run 2 lances, I'll only run one mission, but the rest of that day can be done tomorrow, because that mission took me so long. Is that normally how it plays out? I can only assume that something went awry with the turret being kind of embedded in the bunker, for all intents and purposes. We are going to want to clear this route so that we can move south at the point of the next turn. But honestly, these are not too bad, these areas. Wouldn't want to tangle with that one, obviously, but... oh, a volcano. Well... it looks like the only one. We should actually just be able to go around it and get out into the ocean, which is fine. That being said, maybe we could set up one of the mechs for handling that. Either way, the first and indeed foremost thing that I want to do is I want to sort out Mr. Brown. We've now got a lot of engineers to play with, which is something I'm extremely eager to do. Mr. Pink is just using regular shards, rotary cannon shards. I'm kind of... I think we should keep that, but I would definitely like to see that with a different weapon system. Either way, let's go over to Mr. Brown. You're desperately in need of some better cooling. That was my bad. I have clearly not balanced you well for that. So, first and foremost, let's go ahead and just pop a heatsink in there. See how much we can pull that weight down. Do we have... yeah, we've got enough coating to be able to do it, so I'm not going to worry too much about this one. Alright, I'm just going to quickly do a very fast test, just to make sure that this now works, and assuming it does, we will launch the mission. This is shockingly close, but I've run it a couple of times now, and it just fits in. It is literally walking the knife's edge of heat regulation, but it's good enough. Let's get you back out there. Now, we've got a couple of new laser weapons that I'm very excited to play with, and we've only got 1 day before we can start playing with them. It kind of sucks that I had that set up now, but oh well. Right, let's go ahead, and we're going to want to clear this tile because we have to move down in this direction regardless. So let's go ahead and set up the pilots. Give me just a second. Alright, we've got our lance ready to go. Oh, well, spear, I suppose. Phoenix Tania is going to be focusing on Ares. Isham is actually going to be focusing on Brucus, and Encrypt is going to be focusing on Operarius. We're putting a lot of faith in Phoenix to be able to keep the Ares offers, but I'm feeling like we're going to need to just push this one and be as aggressive as we can be. We've seen how effective that can be if the environment is in our favor. Is it going to be here? There's a bit of a question mark, but we'll certainly give it a try. Now, if we can get through this super fast, then maybe I can fit in another episode, another mission this episode, but that is a big maybe considering the amount of editing I already need to do on the last mission. Right, so let's have a look at the spread. Quite spread out. 2 nests there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No good approach here. We want to take out all the Brucus, and the Brucus are all on this side. I guess this is the way we're going to do it then. Okay, well, let's... it is strong winds. That is quite unfortunate. Let's continue pushing through as much as we can. We need to pop that Brucus over there if we're able to before it runs away. Might not be able to. Okay, pop that nest, thank you. Right, let's get through here. Over there will do. Keep marching forward, be aggressive. And now down here if you could. Try and avoid the laser if you're able to. Keep marching forward. We might be able to take that Brucus out before it can get away. It's a big if, but if I can, I would very much like to, obviously. Right, try and pop everything around here if we're able to. Keep on pushing through. I will tell you to focus your fire on the nest in a second. Just get rid of that as quickly as... I took your eyes off the prize of the Ares, didn't it? We did manage to take out the Brucus, though, but how much damage did that cost us? A little bit, if I'm honest. Not something I really am super proud of, but keep on the move. Try and dodge the areas where you can. The wind is affecting the enemies as much as it's affecting us, and that is the main thing that's helping us right now. Is they're having as difficult of a time maneuvering in this soup of wind and fire as we are. Alright, let's pop up here. I would like fire to be focused on the nest. Try and get everything down there. Oh, there's no point of even trying to shoot past that tornado with rockets. Lasers probably fine. Well, actually, probably not even. Right. Isham, are you panicking? You're not having the best of times, certainly. Try not to be completely isolated. You managed to pop the tornado, though. Well done. Let's just remove everything down here if we can. Please focus fire. There we go. Oh, I keep taking my eyes off the prize on the Ares. This is the problem with focusing fire, is sometimes the pilots know better than I do. Not always, but they do on occasion. Did the... Oh no, did you manage to do enough damage to the other Brucus that they skedaddled? Oh, that's deeply frustrating. Alright, well this is going to be a bit of a mess of an engagement then, no matter what we do. That is a shame. Quite the shame, actually. Alright, well let's just chase the Columbra's laser trail backwards. Let's get in there. Try and pop everything. If we can take out the Columbra, then we don't have to deal with any more artillery fire from the aliens, which would be somewhat appreciated, I'm not going to lie. Continue marching up. Try and get right underneath its ability to fire on us. There we go, that's good enough. I mean, this will give us some material at least, but I am deeply saddened that the Brucus managed to get away. It might have been... it might have been the problem with having Mr. Brown focusing on the Brucus, because it could engage from so far away, I didn't notice the engagement happen. That being said, the other thing could have just been the tornado may have passed over it and upset them. I don't know, but it was a small lance, so it was only a spear, so we did still probably come out of that quids in, just a bit disappointed with the overall work there. And that I think we can afford 4. Like, my lord, having drones is amazing. Alright, let's get that done. Thank you very much. And given that, I think we probably have enough time. Alright, give me just a second. Okay, whilst looking at our options, I have considered the nests around here, especially this one, because if we clear this one of the Brucus, then we'll be able to nuke it without too much trouble. Interestingly, this one has regenerated 1 Brucus. The thing is, I noticed 17 nests, and I thought that was quite a lot. Over here, it's a mere 5. And then I looked at this top, 23 nests. How would we... That's a tsunami of operarias, even before you consider the Ares. That is bonkers. But it might be because of the proximity of nests around it. So, if we clear this out and then the amount of nests on this tile goes down, that'd actually be quite interesting. I don't remember if we ever saw how many were there before. But we're starting to see a lot of nests on the various tiles. I would normally go for this one to clear out a path, but it can eat mechs. Now, if I do nuke this following clearing it, we could use that as a quick way of just getting down here and away from this side, if we decide to, and we absolutely can. So, sure, for the tactical flexibility this offers to us, and I would like to get the Brucus before we nuke it, although this is it's just a regular lance, I think we can make this happen. So, Mini Murgle is going to be focusing on the flagella. We are going to have Shellcracker focusing on the nests. Hopefully this is going to work to our benefit. I'm going to have Marshmallow focusing on the Ares with the laser beams, and of course Mr. Pink is going to be focusing on the Operarius. Alright, best of luck everyone. Modest cost to deploy this lance. Hopefully it goes our way. Right, let's get out there then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my good lord. Right, well we don't actually need to even clear this map. All we're here for is for the Brucus. Once we've got the Brucus, collect the goods, leave, is the way that we're going to go. This is some interesting tendril there. But obviously clear... Oh god, the wind is actually quite rough. clear this out as quickly as we are able to. Let's get in there. Go for the Brucus as fast as we can. We'll grab this while we're moving past. There we go. That should be ours in just a second. There we are. Continue popping everything as we approach. There we go. There's some resources in there that I would like to get, but might be a bit of a tricky one. Actually, maybe leave those Brucus alone for the second before they get afraid and start running away. Just try and pop these nests so that they don't become an issue for us as we approach the Brucus. I don't want to be attacked from the back. You know, it is safer if we clear everything, ultimately. Even though I don't want to have to do that, it will ultimately be the safer approach. And I am all about safety, as you well know. Still, let's start making a little bit more progress down there. Try not to get too close to what the Shellcracker is doing, because that is a lot of death. Please eliminate these before they cause me any trouble. Thank you. Continue moving down this... Oh, both Brucus are coming up to us. Oh, that's fantastic news. So is the deadly laser, though, which is less fantastic, but... I don't trust those rocks with the Shellcracker's main weapon active, so let's just keep moving our way over here. Looks like the nest is already gone. Why is the laser coming back to us? No, 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 no. You are not... you're not set up for that kind of heat, I promise. Oh, God. Okay, we'll move this way, move this way. Let the Brucus do what they want. That is better than us all cooking inside the mechs. Alright, let's... well, Brucus is coming back. That's fair enough, then. Let's continue on this direction. If we can pop those Brucus... In fact, everyone target the Brucus right now. Should be able to pop it with ease. There we go. And continue on. If we can get within range to pick all of this up, it would be ideal. The wind has really, really become the biggest enemy. You know, at the beginning of this, well, first taste mini-series, that didn't turn out so well, did it? But didn't age well at all. In terms of the enemies, I said heat is your biggest enemy, not the aliens. I'm taking that back. Wind is your biggest enemy. Alright. Do I want to go and grab everything down there? I kind of do, but at the same time, we really don't need to. The Shellcracker's weapon is popping those all that rock very, very effectively, I must say. Don't pull me away from the loot. My lord. Rude. Alright. Do I want to just clear that up? It's an awful lot of clearing to grab it. And we're already quite late in the episode, at least as far as recording goes. So I'll give it a little bit of room, just mostly getting away from the laser and everything else trying to come out through there. But if we are over on this side, the biggest issue is that everything gets blown towards us. So don't ever position yourself in front of them in the direction the wind will blow. Kind of move up or down along their path so that they still have to travel towards you in order to engage. But I think at this point we are actually going to just retreat. I'm going to get over to we're going to play this smart. We're not going to be greedy. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but I've said it. There's no reason for us to stay here any longer than we have to. Continue moving up. The aliens are going to keep getting blown in that direction, so it actually works to our advantage. But so are we in a little way, so I really don't like you being close to that wall. Could you please move away from it? I really, really want you to move. Pull each other away from the wall if you have to before those rockets start flying. Thank you. Mini Merkel, you're doing an amazing job so far, I'm going to be honest. This is going about as well as it could. Right, let's go out into here, turn on retreat, and let them do their thing. Now you just got to protect yourselves whilst we evacuate. Should be able to handle it, I imagine. There we are. Not bad at all. Okay, let's have a look. I would like to see the average temperature. Not bad. Anything below 0.7 is okay by me for now. We got a lot of materials back from that. That wasn't a bad run at all. And I'm going to give Mini Mergle another medal for being wise and choosing not to pursue greed over the safety of the unit. In fact, I don't think anyone took any damage. Well done. Mini Mergle and Phoenix Talia seem to have swapped positions, really, as far as the risk takers and the Lance. the engineer annoyers. But let's go ahead and check out who needs to be in the hospital. We've still got fairly low vitality and stress resistance for sound sphere. Let's get you in there. Bicklow is... I think Winterblade is going to get more use out of it. Now we want to look for reactions. And that actually, people are starting to get very good with reactions. I'm actually quite happy about that. I'm going to pop Vanya Loswin in. Oh, as soon as you're done. There you are. You're going for a walk. No, you're going for a train. Sorry about that. Let's get you in there. Let's pump those numbers a little bit. Now, we've got scientists ready to be deployed. And I can, at this point, finish that off. It's only got a day to go. So I may as well. And then we'll have that available to us. After that, I think maybe going for the 3rd generation engine. Strongest internal combustion engine. Strong Bjorn alloys withstand the pressure. And new motor module. Very much like that. As another prize. Then we can actually start making the better motors for our mechs. In fact, currently we're only making the level 2 motors for our mechs. I think there's an even better one. I think that's the one that we'll unlock, which will be very, very much appreciated. Other than that, though, we are absolutely going to need some more components, so we're going to pop that up there. It's going to take us 2 days. In fact, if I timed this a little bit better, might have even been able to get a few more things done besides. But that's fine. We're going to have a whole new mech bay, and I'm so tempted to try and play with some of the new weapons. We've got a whole new weapon to unlock. I know I didn't look into it, but weapon testing is something I don't want to cut. I've had strong feedback that cut the stuff that we've seen before, but when you're playing with a new toy, spend time on it. And we spent so long getting through that first mission, we don't have the time for that today. But that's something for us to look forward to in tomorrow's episode. I did manage to squeeze in an extra mission. I didn't want to kind of leave that day half done before we wrapped up the episode. But with that, we're going to have to say goodbye. Tomorrow we're going to get a new mech, and I think there's no better time to play with a new weapon than with a new mech. We're actually going to get a lot of new things tomorrow, which is going to be pretty amazing. But, oh my good lord. Alright, looks like things are starting to ramp up. In 3 weeks' time, we're going to start seeing a lot of nastiness popping up onto every single mission. But Thursday is when we unlock the CPU. That was the longest required research. It was something like 14 days, so I'm very happy to see that within the next 7 days going to be available to us. But that's going to be it from me. So thank you very much once again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're looking forward to the next. So the last thing I'll do is I'll just click that just so I don't forget. But that is going to be it for us for now. So thank you ever so much for your company. I hope to see you in the next one, and I look forward to your feedback down below. But until then, from me, the mechs, and of course, their pilots, do take care, engineers.